Here's a fish. Here's a fish, guys. Here's a fish. All right, people. It's Saturday morning here, mid-April, which is probably one of my, favorite times of year to fish. Probably one of the best times of year. It's kind of cloudy today. Supposed to be cloudy most of the day. High in like the mid 70s. This is kind of like the last day before we enter like a cooling trend for the next few days. So I figured this would be a good time to try to get out and explore a new pond. This is a place that's kind of been on my radar for a little while, and it's actually pretty close to my house, but I've never fished it before. Not a very big pond, but we brought a few different setups with us today, and we're just gonna see what's in here. Try to do some exploring. That's usually the most difficult aspect of fishing, trying to figure out a new area, but when you find a good spot, it can be really rewarding and fun compared to kind of going back to one of your old go-to areas and just catching a few bass. That doesn't mean as much, or doesn't feel as the sense of accomplishment is not the same as going to a new place and finding fish. So yeah, usually these little ponds around me, they tend to have like bass and bluegill, maybe a few other species, but that's kind of what I'm expecting, is bass and bluegill, largemouth bass. So anyway, I guess I'll see ya on the water. All right, people, here we are at the lake. It's looking like we got fairly clear water. It also looks pretty shallow. So it seems to be the water conditions that we're dealing with right now. Not a whole lot of wind at the moment. Haven't seen any fish yet, so that's not exactly encouraging. It could just wind up meaning that this place doesn't have a whole lot of fish, or the population has declined. Not really sure. So anyway, I'm gonna pick up my bait casting setup here. I've got a I think this is a Berkeley power bait. I think it's called like a swim shad or something. Kind of like a pre-rigged swim bait. It's kind of got like a some tail kick, but also just kind of like a tight kind of wiggling action, rocking action to it. Really not a lure that I've caught a ton of fish on, or have a lot of confidence in, but so I'm giving it a try today. It's got like a little bit of foil inside of it to give it a little bit of flash. We're gonna just kind of cast this a bit, slow roll, maybe make a few casts out to the middle to try to get an idea of how deep this water really is. I have a feeling it's really not more than like 3 feet, at least in this area. So anyway, I'm gonna start making a few casts, get a feel for this little cove here, see if there's any fish. Hopefully we'll get on a few bass or at least some panfish today. I'm really not sure what to expect here, but that's part of fishing a new spot. You don't really you can't really make any assumptions, really. All right, so that sank a little more than I was expecting, so it's maybe not quite as insanely shallow as I initially thought. Seems like there's a lot of muck on the bottom, judging by what I just picked up on this. Typical for most of these small ponds. They tend to be kind of muddy and mucky on the bottom. Here's a fish. No! It got off. Dude, what is up with this hook? Why does this never hook up? That was a nice bass, guys. And we lost it. Are you freaking kidding me? Stupid lure. I'm gonna make a few more casts and then I'm gonna switch to one of my other baits, guys. One of my other setups, because I don't know. This bait is not good. I mean, how did that fish not get hooked? How? This is a big hook. I set the hook and then nothing happened. He just escaped. Ridiculous. Alright people, so I'm onto my medium spinning setup. We're fishing with this floating jerk bait. This is a pretty famous lure, the Rapala original floater. Alright, well, here's the ultralight setup. Got an 1/8 ounce rooster tail inline spinner. It's time to change something up. When in doubt, move about, guys. You know what they say. And by they, I mean me. Alright, so we're on the other side.
There were no fish on the other side.
Alright, I gotta get out of this mud. No. No. God. I don't catch a fish at this place, I'm gonna be pissed. On our bait caster, we tied on this jointed swim bait. This is Mike Bucca Bull Gill, one of the more expensive lures that I own and one of the bigger ones. Never tied it on before. Like I said, we're just kind of messing around. I'm just going to try to retrieve this fairly fast with some pauses near the surface, most likely. Maybe there's just a giant in there that will hit this. I really don't know. I mean, this style of lure, the multi-jointed swim baits, multi-jointed, I've caught a handful of fish, usually larger than average, but not very many, so who knows. I'm going to just spend some time with this for a while, and then we'll probably switch to something a little more practical eventually, on the assumption that this doesn't work. Sinks faster than I expected. I thought this was like a slow sinking lure, but it seems like it's sinking pretty quickly. There's a fish, guys. Good one. Stay hooked, please. Stay hooked, buddy. Stay on. Stay on. Good fish. Big bass, guys. Big bass. Stay on. Stay on. Stay on. I got you. I got you. I got you. It's over for you. It's over for you, fish. Yes. Oh yeah, guys. This is a giant. This is a big one. Biggest of the year. Easy. That's gotta be at least 3. Let's get him unhooked. All right. Let's get another look at this one. Wow. That's a beautiful fish, people. That is a big, big bass. That's gotta be 3. All right, I'm gonna give him some water because this fish is tired. This is a good one, people. After all that time, and he is about a little over 17 and a half. 0 pounds, 0 ounces. 3 pounds exactly, people. 3 pounds, 1 ounce. That is a gorgeous fish. Biggest bass of the year, easily. Thank you, old Big. Thank you for paying me a visit. Thank you for hitting that new swim bait with such authority and tenacity. All right, let's recover. Let this fish recover in the shallows. You gotta treat these big ones with respect. Let's give him some time. There we go. All right. Yes. All right, guys, this trip was officially worth it. I don't care if we catch another one, but I want to keep going after that. That was a really nice bass. Biggest one of the year so far for 2022. Outstanding catch on this new lure here. People, the grind has been real out here at the pond today. I'm going to be straight up about that. I've been out here for probably around 3 hours at this juncture, and you know, aside from that fish that we lost earlier, we had gotten nothing. 0 bites, really. No fish caught. And you know, sometimes the grind is just a grind, but other times, like today, the grind paid off and we got a nice fish. So yeah, you know, sometimes those are the best feeling ones, you know, when you've really been struggling and just not really sure what's happening and feeling a lot of, you know, feeling your confidence, you know, go down throughout the day, wondering why, you know, you suddenly don't know how to catch a fish, or the fish are all gone, or there's no, you know, population, you know, all these thoughts start going through your mind. But there's definitely a feeling of achievement after going for a long time without catching anything, and then having a nice fish like that take your lure. All right, people, so tied on our jig spinner here. And you know, this jig spinner is basically just a wire with a spinner blade attached and a little clip, and you can put on a wide variety of lures underneath it. It's one of the great things about it is you can kind of switch your presentation up on the fly here. So I've got this 1/8 ounce jig head with a Mr. Crappy Shad pole on the back. One of my kind of more trusted smaller plastics. And yeah, like I said, we've got this steady wind out here now. That really wasn't here when we got started. I'm hoping that means that something with a spinner is going to do well. Usually a spinner bait in wind does well. And yeah, if this starts catching, we might upsize to a bigger lure, try to catch a bigger fish. We'll see. You know, these jig spinners, I have a good deal of confidence in them. You know, they're definitely a lure that I've caught a lot of fish on over the years. So let's start casting. think it's a fish, guys. Yeah, it's a fish. Nice. Good bass. Gotta play him easy on the ultralight. Stay hooked, buddy. Stay hooked. All right. Fish number 2 of the day is another bass. All right. Seems like maybe our hunch is correct. Get this guy unhooked and we'll take a look. He's hooked pretty good. There we go. Let's take a look, people. Short, stocky bass here. Maybe 11 inches, but tall and healthy. Nice one to catch on the ultralight. You know, a fish like that always gives a good fight on the ultralight setup. So definitely an interesting body shape to this one. This one's compact, deeper bodied than most bass, not so streamlined. But pretty fish here, good one to catch. I'm gonna keep casting this jig spinner. Let's look at him one more time. Thanks for biting, fish. Hit that little jig spinner. Gave a nice little tussle there. I thought we were snagged on something at first. It was kind of a mushy bite, but nice to catch another one. There he goes. Nicely done. Good catch. It's a fish, guys. On the swim bait. Feels good. Oh no! How did it get off? No. That was big. Felt big anyway. But we got a hit on this lure. So maybe this is what we really needed the whole day. That sucks. Once again, I thought I had the hook set. You know, this isn't a heavy hook, doesn't require a big hook set. Well, let's keep fishing with this. Maybe this is the lure that'll get a few more bites. Dang it. Can't believe that one got off. Fish. Not bad, not huge, but not bad. Please stay hooked, buddy. Finally. All right. Fish number 3 on the swim bait. I think this is what we're gonna stick with for now. Probably, guys, is the swim bait. Okay. Similar size to that last one, not as deep bodied. Went for that speed shad, that Bass Pro Shop speed shad in the male perch color. I believe that's what it's called. Didn't feel as big as that one that hit a few minutes ago, but it seems like this swim bait, you know, we got 2 hits on it fairly quickly, so that might be just what we stick with from now on for the rest of the day. Is that lure? You know, that's a pretty trusty lure. Got red lips, red gripper teeth on this fish, and a lot of the inside of the mouth is kind of reddish. Anyway, bass number 3. Let me get a picture of this fish, and then we'll let her go. One last look at this fish. Thank you for biting. That made that when I got off feel not quite as bad. You know, those ones that we've been missing. But let's send this one back. Thanks again, fish. Appreciate you. There she goes. All right, another fish. Been a while. It's a tough pond so far, but I'm hoping this swim bait is gonna make a difference. I don't know if y'all can see, but there's little patches of floating vegetation out there that I'm kind of trying to cast to. Even though they're fairly small, you know, that's enough to attract some fish. That was kind of near where that last fish was near some of that floating stuff. So I'm just kind of casting around it, hoping that that'll increase our chances. There's one next to the floating vegetation, guys. Staying deep. It's a chain pickerel. Nice chain pickerel. Or pretty nice. Not huge, but nice enough. Hold on, dude. He's looked kind of weird. He swung at it and... Uh-oh. I think he's injured. Looked like we got him in the eye. That's not good. I'm sorry, fish. Yeah, he's bleeding from the eye. I'm gonna get this guy unhooked and get him back in the water pretty quickly. I just don't want him to be any more injured than he already is. Oh man, sorry, dude. Let's be kind to this fish. As long as he's kind to me. Get the grippers on him. Get that hook out. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to mess your eye up. That's like a 16-inch fish. That's not bad. There's our chain pickerel. Pretty fish. He's got something big in his stomach. Probably a sunfish. Alright. Sorry about your eye, buddy. Terribly sorry about that. That was unlucky. Pretty fish here. Let's let him go. You're ready to go, I can tell. Sorry about your eye. Sorry about your eye, man. Let go of my grippers. Gathering his faculties here. He was also hiding in that vegetation. And he's swimming off. Well, it's kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting to catch a chain pickerel out of here. I mean, I knew that there was a chance. All right, people. On this shady side, 2 other guys showed up to fish. Didn't say anything to them yet, but pretty quiet spot. I was a little surprised to see anyone else show up, but mind their business on my money, right? I'm just gonna try this shady side over here for a little bit. There's a fish. Feels pretty good. Stay hooked. Oh. Oh my goodness. Giant pickerel. Really big pickerel. Oh, stay hooked, buddy. Wow. Powerful fish here. Powerful fish. Big head on that one. Man, he took it deep too. T-boned it, guys. That's a big pickerel. Oh, don't bite me off, please. Gotcha. Wow. That's big. It's a big pickerel. Whoa. That was a powerful fish, guys. Got him right in the scissor. Whoa. But he really tried to eat that thing. Got it out though. Wow, he's strong. This is a big pickerel here. Wow. Look at that, guys. That's a gorgeous fish. Beautiful chain pickerel. big head on him. I'm gonna get a length on this fish. This might be my personal longest, if not heaviest. He's not really fat or anything. That's a nice fish. I'll lay you down. I'm sorry. I'm laying you down. Just want to see how long you are. That's a 22-inch pickerel, people. 22-inch long pickerel. That's a personal best, lengthwise at least. Wow, I was not expecting to catch a big pickerel today. One more look at him. Wow, beautiful fish. Look at those markings. Outstanding catch. Wow, this pond paid off big time. Let's let him go. All right, guys. One last look at him. Get him up, right side up. Get him right side up. There we go. All right, he's gathering his faculties. And he swims off. All right, there we go, guys. Wow, that was a huge pickerel. Really big. Big fish. All right, wow, that's a great fish. That's personal longest pickerel for sure. Maybe not heaviest, but definitely longest. Wow, great day of fishing here at the pond. Glad I went to that shady side. All right, people, we're back at the car. So let's talk a little bit about the day. It was interesting to say the least, right? We were out here for a long time. And it really wasn't, well, I guess the first thing we can say is that, you know, the Bass Pro Shop speech ad, that paddle tail swim bait, was definitely the lure of the day, right? That got the most response from fish. So I almost wish I'd tied that on earlier. I had thought about doing it, but like I said, you know, I wanted to try out some other things first before kind of resorting to that, because I know that lure is good. So yeah, that was the top lure for sure. But yeah, it was kind of a grind there for a while, right? I mean, we tried several different presentations. So yeah, people, you know, I'm so glad I decided to go out and explore this pond. Like I said, it's been on my radar for a while, and these are really the most, you know, these are the days that keep me coming back, right? When you're just going out to a new place and trying to figure things out, trying to get something dialed in. And you know, we had some success. It wasn't a numbers day, more of a quality day, I guess, you know, considering that big pickerel and that big bass. And that's okay, right? I mean, I was really happy with those. I mean, I said it at the time, if we had just caught that one big bass, I would have felt pretty good about the day. But we ended up catching more fish. So yeah, you know, if you're a fisherman and you're, you know, you just kind of go to that one pond where you can catch them a certain way to blow off steam, I encourage you to, you know, keep exploring, keep looking for new spots, try new places in your area. You know, obviously it depends on where you are, how many other options you have. You may need to ask people for permission if you want to like go fishing like a neighborhood pond or something. But hey, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? So yeah, get out there, you know, get out on Google Earth, Google Maps, you know, look for the blue blotches or the lines, right? The creeks, the rivers. You'll be surprised maybe what's around you. So yeah, get out there, explore, try new spots. It's really the most rewarding thing about fishing to me, exploring those new spots. So